This is the greatest flat racing showdown in the history of British horse racing. Frankel versus Brigadier Gerard. The quality of the opposition. Section 5. The quality of the opposition. Everyone associated with horse racing will know how important the quality of the opposition is when assessing a racehorse's potential ability, and this is no different. In 2012 I contacted Timeform to ask them about Brigadier Gerard, and they kindly reminded me of a few important points. And my interpretation of what they told me is that the number of racehorses racing today in the 2020s is more than double the number of racehorses that were racing in the early 1970s, and, for that reason, they fully expected a similar increase in the number of top quality racehorses racing today when compared to the 1970s. And, not only that, but also the likelihood of a champion like Frankel was high. And here we are. So this important factor must be borne in mind when we enter this final section. So let us now look at how the quality of the opposition has reacted over the decades. To understand how the quality of the opposition has performed over the decades, we have divided the decades into the champions who dominated that decade. Starting with Seabird II in the 1960s, Brigadier Gerard in the 1970s, Dancing Brave in the 1980s, Dubai Millennium in the 1990s, See the Stars in the 2000s, Frankel in the 2010s, and Ba'id in the 2020s. Through 7 decades. To make this easier, we have designed a page listing all of the necessary points. The following pages will show: A. The name of the racehorse, B. The year of its birth, and C. The era it ran in. An era is a 6-year period starting 1 year before our horse's birth and ending 6 years later. It is specifically designed to include all racehorses born in this period who are directly or indirectly likely to be involved or associated with this racehorse and its ratings. The era starts a year before our champion is born, specifically to include the 4-year-olds it would meet when our champion is a 3-year-old. D. The average number of racehorses running annually in that era. And E. The number of top quality racehorses running in that era. A top quality racehorse is one that has received an official all-time highest ranking of 135 and above from Timeform. You will easily see how this works as we get along. We will start at the beginning with Seabird II. There will be a position at the top showing approximately the number of horses racing each year. The year Seabird II was born in, 1962. The era of Seabird II starts in 1961 and ends in 1966 and includes all horses born in the period. Then there will be a list of top class horses racing who were born in this era. And finally, the total number of top class horses racing who were born in this era. And here is Seabird II's record. You will see that the number of horses racing annually was approximately 7,500. The list of top class racehorses relevant to this era is 4. And finally, the total number of top class horses relevant to this era is 4. We will now move on to Brigadier Gerard. Brigadier Gerard was born in 1968 and his era was 1967 to 1972. Brigadier Gerard's record shows that, as Timeform suggested, there was an increase in the number of horses racing to 8,000 per annum. And also, as Timeform suggested, the number of top class horses racing has risen in this era to 10. Therefore, the total number is 10. And now we move on to Dancing Brave. Dancing Brave was born in 1983. Dancing Brave's era was 1982 to 1987. And Dancing Brave's record shows that, as Timeform suggested, there was another increase in the number of horses racing to 8,500 per annum. And, following the same trend, the number of top-class horses racing in his era has also risen to 12. And finally the total number is 12. And now we move on to Dubai Millennium. Dubai Millennium was born in 1996. His era was 1995 to 2000. Dubai Millennium's record shows another increase in the number of horses racing to 10,000 per annum. But the number of top-class horses has fallen. That may be down to him racing abroad. The total number of top-class horses for this era is 4. And the total number is 4. We now move on to See the Stars. See the Stars was born in 2006. His era was 2005 to 2010. See the Stars record shows another increase in the number of horses racing to 10,500 per annum. But, sadly, another fall in the number of top-class horses racing. The number of top-class horses racing in this era is 3. The total number is 3. We now move on to Frankel. Frankel was born in 2008. His era is 2007 to 2012. Frankel's record shows another increase in the number of horses racing to 11,500 per annum. But the number of top-class horses racing in this era is 0. And the total number is 0. And finally we move on to Ba'id. Ba'id was born in 2018. His era was 2017 to 2022. Ba'id's record shows the number of horses racing has again risen to 12,500 per annum. But the total number of top-class horses running in this era is again 0, with the final total being 0. And here is a graph showing the quality of the opposition being encountered by our champions over the last 60 years.
But inside the final furlong, and Brigadier Gerard going further and further away, winning like the great horse he is. This has been no more than an exercise gallop for him. 50 yards to run, and Brigadier Gerard out on his own. Brigadier to the winner at the line, and what a great horse he is. He simply didn't turn a hair, he just stuck his tongue out.
I believe Brigadier Gerard is the only horse who can realistically be compared to Frankel. They ran in the same or similar races over the same distances and on the same racecourses. So it is a great pity that you are unlikely to see or hear his name mentioned very often, if at all, in the horse racing media.